North Korea is a country shrouded in secrecy, but when its leader speaks, the world pays attention. Recently, Kim Jong Un announced that North Korea's Air Force will receive new, powerful tools. This news has made other countries both curious and uneasy. The announcement came during the Air Force's 80th anniversary celebration, a grand event with planes soaring overhead. But this was more than a party. It was a message of growing military strength. Kim Jong Un spoke of new strategic military assets, a signal that North Korea is upgrading its arsenal. For a nation with nuclear weapons, any talk of new military power is taken seriously by global leaders. The Korean peninsula remains divided and tense, with North and South Korea technically still at war. When one side builds up its military, the other watches with concern. This announcement is another chapter in a long, complicated story of rivalry and uncertainty. Why does this matter to the world? Because conflict in one region can ripple across the globe. North Korea's actions are closely monitored by powers like the United States and China. This Air Force upgrade is a puzzle piece in understanding Kim Jong Un's next move. The world is watching, trying to predict what comes next. The Korean peninsula's fragile peace is always at risk. Every new military development raises questions about the future. North Korea's story is still unfolding, and its impact could be felt far beyond its borders. The stakes are high, and the world is paying close attention. Kim Jong Un is North Korea's supreme leader, the third generation of his family to rule. He took power in 2011, following his father and grandfather. Power in North Korea is inherited, much like a monarchy. Kim Jong Un controls the government, military, and media. His image is everywhere. North Koreans are taught from childhood to revere him and his family. Since taking power, he's focused on building up the military, especially nuclear and missile programs. These actions have alarmed the world and led to international sanctions. Despite warnings from the United Nations, Kim continues to expand his arsenal, claiming it's for defense. He often appears at military parades, showcasing new weapons and sending a message of strength. The recent Air Force announcement fits this pattern, demonstrating power to both his people and the world. For Kim, a strong military is the key to his regime's survival. His leadership is defined by firm control and a relentless focus on military might. The world watches closely, knowing that his decisions shape the future of the Korean peninsula. At the Air Force celebration, Kim Jong Un was joined by his daughter, Kim Joo-ae, a rare public appearance. Her presence was carefully staged, signaling her growing importance. Many experts believe she's being groomed as a future leader. Each time she appears at military events, it strengthens the image of the Kim family's dynastic rule. State media refers to her with special titles, building her public profile. By introducing her at such a significant event, Kim Jong Un is sending a message of continuity. The military is central to North Korean power, and her presence ties her directly to that legacy. This isn't just about family, it's about preparing the next generation to lead. Kim Joo-ae's appearances are calculated, reinforcing the idea that the Kim dynasty will endure. Her role at the Air Force ceremony was a powerful symbol of the regime's future. The world is watching to see if she will one day take her father's place. In North Korea, leadership is personal, and the next chapter may already be in the making. The 80th anniversary of North Korea's Air Force was a spectacle at Kalma Airport. Kim Jong Un and his daughter watched from a special viewing area, surrounded by top generals. The air show featured old Soviet-era jets like the MiG-29 and Su-25, flown in impressive formations. Despite their age, these planes were presented as ready to defend the nation. The event also showcased new technology, drones and early warning aircraft. North Korea is working to modernize its air force, blending old and new. State media broadcast the event to inspire national pride and send a message abroad. For North Koreans, it was a reminder of their leader's power. For the world, it was a warning not to underestimate North Korea's military ambitions. The celebration was both a show of strength and a platform for Kim's announcement. Every detail was designed to project confidence and capability. Kim Jong Un's promise of new strategic military assets raised big questions. Strategic assets are powerful tools that can shift the balance in a conflict. For North Korea's Air Force, this could mean upgraded jets, advanced missiles, or new drones. Building new planes is costly, so upgrading old Soviet-era jets with modern engines, radar, and weapons is more likely. Air-launched missiles are a key focus. allowing planes to strike distant targets while staying out of danger. These upgrades make even old aircraft much more threatening. Advanced drones are also part of the plan, modeled after American designs. These large drones can spy or attack from afar, giving North Korea new capabilities. If produced in numbers, they could change the region's military balance. North Korea's push for strategic assets is about projecting power and deterring its rivals. North Korea's strategy is to arm old warplanes with new advanced missiles. Experts spotted new air-to-ground and air-to-air missiles on display at the air show. These weapons extend the reach of North Korea's aging jets, making them more dangerous. A long-range air-to-ground missile lets a pilot strike from hundreds of kilometers away, avoiding enemy defenses. Air-to-air missiles improve the odds in a dogfight against modern adversaries. Some of this technology may have come from abroad or through cyber theft. In 2024, North Korean hackers reportedly stole sensitive data from a South Korean defense firm. This information could help accelerate missile development. By upgrading old planes with new missiles, North Korea boosts its military power without huge costs. It's a smart, resourceful way to close the technology gap. Every new missile makes the region more unpredictable. Drones are reshaping warfare, and North Korea is racing to catch up. At the Air Force anniversary, North Korea unveiled its new strategic drones, the Saeotbyul-4 and Saeotbyul-9. These drones closely resemble advanced American models like the Global Hawk and Reaper. The Saeotbyul-4 is built for high-altitude surveillance, able to monitor enemy movements for hours. The Saeotbyul-9 is a hunter-killer drone, capable of carrying missiles and striking targets without risking pilots. These are not hobby drones. They're large, sophisticated military assets. With these drones, North Korea can spy on or attack targets far beyond its borders. Their development signals a new era of unmanned warfare on the Korean peninsula. Kim Jong Un also referenced repulsing espionage acts, likely alluding to recent drone incidents over Pyongyang. By building its own advanced drones, North Korea is preparing for both offense and defense. The presence of these drones at the air show was a clear warning to its neighbors. Drones will play a major role in any future conflict in the region. The arms race is no longer just about planes and missiles. It's about who controls the skies with technology. North Korea's military buildup comes as tensions with South Korea reach new heights. The border, known as the military demarcation line, is one of the world's most fortified. Recently, North Korea has added new fences and layers of barbed wire, further isolating itself. South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung has warned that the risk of accidental conflict is dangerously high. Communication lines meant to prevent misunderstandings have been cut by North Korea. There have been several border incidents, with North Korean troops crossing into the south and retreating after warning shots. South Korea has called for talks, but North Korea refuses to respond. This lack of dialogue makes the situation volatile and unpredictable. Kim Jong Un's military upgrades are a direct response to what he sees as threats from the South and the U.S. Each side's actions provoke the other, creating a cycle of escalation. The Korean peninsula remains a flashpoint, watched closely by the world. Every move at the border could have serious consequences. The stakes for peace and security have never been higher. North Korea's military moves are more than just headlines. They affect global peace and security. Kim Jong Un's push for new weapons signals a commitment to military strength over dialogue. The presence of his daughter at key events hints at a future where the Kim dynasty continues its rule. Tensions with South Korea are at a peak, with communication cut and the risk of conflict rising. For Koreans, the threat of war is a daily reality, and new weapons only deepen their fears. The world has a stake in preventing escalation. Diplomacy is more urgent than ever. Dialogue and negotiation are the only paths to lasting peace. The international community, especially the US and China, must work to reduce tensions. The alternative is an arms race and the constant risk of war. The future of the Korean peninsula and global security hangs in the balance.